Paula Abdul settles sexual assault lawsuit and Kraven the Hunter snuffs out Sony's Spideyverse. Welcome to ICYMI, where we recap the pop culture and entertainment news you might have missed over the past few days. Let us get you caught up. Singer Paula Abdul has settled her year-long legal battle with former coworker and British television producer Nigel Lythgoe in a California court. This has been a long and hard-fought personal battle, Abdul said in a concluding statement. I hope my experience can serve to inspire other women facing similar struggles to overcome their own challenges with dignity and respect so that they too can turn the page and begin a new chapter of their lives. Abdul launched legal action against Lythgoe last December, alleging that he had sexually assaulted her on multiple occasions while working together on popular reality shows American Idol and So You Think You Can Dance. The singer alleged that Lythgoe first assaulted her during auditions for an early season of American Idol. Abdul said Lythgoe groped her in the elevator of their hotel after a day of filming and began shoving his tongue down her throat. Abdul pushed him away and ran to her hotel room when the elevator doors opened. In tears, Abdul quickly called one of her representatives to inform them of the assault, the lawsuit says, but ultimately decided not to take action for fear that Lythgoe would have her fired. The lawsuit alleges a similar incident occurred after she became a judge on So You Think You Can Dance alongside Lythgoe in 2015. Abdul launched legal action against Lythgoe in the final days of California's Sexual Abuse and Cover-Up Accountability Act, legislation that allowed people to launch certain sexual abuse lawsuits that would otherwise have fallen outside the statute of limitations. Abdul filed a notice of settlement in a Los Angeles court, but the terms were not revealed. In his own statement, Lythgoe said he was glad to be able to put this behind me. We live in a troubling time where a person is now automatically assumed to be guilty until proven innocent, a process that can take years. I know the truth, and that gives me great comfort, he said. Lythgoe stepped down as a So You Think You Can Dance judge in January 2024 after two more anonymous women sued the 75-year-old for sexual battery. A similar lawsuit from a fourth woman was brought against Lythgoe in March. And just like what? Actor and publisher Sarah Jessica Parker will be a judge for next year's Booker Prize, one of the world's most prestigious literary awards. Parker, famous for playing magazine columnist Carrie Bradshaw in the long-running Sex and the City series and films, has been adding literary strings to her bow since 2017, when she became an editorial director at UK marketing company Hogarth. She began to wonder what else she could do, and in 2020 launched her own imprint, SJP Lit, with a mission to publish sweeping, expansive, thought-provoking, and discussion-driven stories that are inclusive of international and underrepresented voices. Parker has described her appointment as Booker Judge as the thrill of a life, a golden ticket, and a nice distraction from big moving to Paris. Former prize winner Roddy Doyle will chair the 2025 panel, whose other judges, the Samantha, Miranda, Charlotte, and Che Diaz to SJP's Carrie, if you will, include award-winning Nigerian writer Ayobami Adebayo, British broadcaster and literary critic Chris Power, and American novelist and Booker long-listed author Kylie Reid. R.I.P. the Sony Spider-Man universe, SMU. We hardly knew you. Oh, what's the SMU, you ask? It's the spin-off universe full of C-list Spidey characters Sony owns but couldn't actually feature the web-slinger because he's the property of Marvel/Disney. The Wrap reported last week that Sony was looking to shut down its flailing franchise after a string of films that failed to connect with critics or audiences. Morbius, anyone? How about Madam Web? To focus on the Spider-Man films they share with Marvel. The decision to ditch the SMU was further concreted after the opening weekend of Sony's long-delayed supervillain action film, Kraven the Hunter, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson's abs. Kraven pulled in a paltry $11 million in North America, making it the worst domestic opening for any SMU film. To add insult to injury, the film is currently sitting on a 15% Rotten Tomatoes rating. The film was originally slated for release in October 2023 before getting delayed to January 2024 before getting tangled up with the SAG/AFTRA strikes and being delayed to August 2024 before getting delayed until December 2024 so as to not be in direct competition with other Sony releases. To rub salt into the injury, All these changes caused the budget to balloon from a reported $90 million to $110 million. But hey, we'll always have Morbin time. Hollywood star Jamie Foxx has taken to Instagram to thank fans after an incident at his birthday left him injured. The actor and comedian required stitches after an altercation involving glass while celebrating his birthday in Los Angeles over the weekend. Last week, Foxx, 57, released a Netflix special addressing a mystery illness that left him hospitalized for weeks in 2023. The Oscar and Grammy winner said what started out as a headache in April 2023 resulted in a brain bleed that led to a stroke. He explained the mantra that helped him be resilient during the illness: "If I can stay funny, then I can stay alive." Foxx sprinkled in a few musical numbers during the special, in which he thanked God and spoke about how grateful he was to his family, who shielded him from the media. He also reflected on how close he was to not making it through the medical episode alive. "I don't remember 20 days, he said. Lil Timmy Tim is leaning into his role as Bob Dylan in the upcoming biopic, A Complete Unknown. And hey, considering it's got him in awards season talks, we can't blame him. So, without further ado, please enjoy Timothée Chalamet at the New York premiere in incredibly accurate cosplay of Bob Dylan at a 2003 Sundance Film Festival event. Give the man an Oscar already.